Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, I know I may look a little strange right now. That's because we do not have our eyes done or our eyebrows done. The reason for that is because I am going to show you guys how to, achieve the perfect brow. I'm going to show you kind of tips and tricks that I've learned in the industry that will definitely help you build the perfect brow of whatever your desire is. Let it be more natural, let it be more fuller, or just full on dramatic like drag queens. I'm actually here to talk to you about certain products that work best for whatever you are trying to achieve. So that is one of the reasons I only have my face done but not my brows or my eyes. So please excuse that. I know it may look like my eyes are basically disappearing. This is actually the second time that I'm filming this video for you guys. The first time, whenever it came down to the part where I had to show you how I filled in my brows, it just completely got deleted. So this is my second time here. Hopefully it goes good. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to actually start off with the products that are out there. So I'm actually using a lot of Anastasia products. Now this video is not sponsored by her. Like, she does not know who I am. I am nobody. It's just I do personally enjoy a lot of her products for my brows because they are one of the best out there, and they just have so many different colors as well. And I used to work in a department store. They used to sell Anastasia, so I received a couple of free things, and then I've also purchased a bunch of them on my own. So I am going to start off talking about the Dip Brow. Actually a pomade product. It is kind of like a moussey texture. This is great if you have basically no brow. Well, basically if you have no brow, or if you want to achieve a very full on brows on fleek situation, this product is really good, and it's also waterproof. So if you live in a place that's very humidity, like there's a lot of humidity, like here in Florida where I live, this product right here is going to be a best friend, because whenever you apply this, it's going to stay on all day and it is not going to go anywhere whatsoever. This is actually the product that I like to use almost on an everyday basis. As you guys can see, it's pretty much almost gone. Excuse the glitter on the side. My daughter actually spilled glitter in there a while ago, and it's just still sitting in there. But the great thing about this product is that this thing will last you a very long time. Like, I had this one maybe about 4-5 years maybe, and I still have a bunch of product left, and it's still going. It has not dried out on me whatsoever, unlike other brands out there that they do have their own pomades, but they tend to dry up. And you can really see that whenever you go to the stores and you kind of look at their testers. If it is basically just all shriveled up in the middle and it's not attached to the edges, the product has gone bad because it has dried up. And I've seen some of them that do that very fast actually. So just be on the lookout for that. Another product that I'm going to talk about is actually the brow pencils. So the one that I'm using from Anastasia is their brow pencil, which is just a regular pencil form that you have to sharpen. I've had this for a very long time as well, and I like using this because this is how I started off doing my brows way back in the beginning, and I just feel more comfortable with a pencil like this. Now they do have the Brow Wiz, which is more of kind of like a twisty up situation, that the product goes out like this. Now I'm going to tell you guys a trick. It is the same product. Like, this is the same product as over here. The only problem is that this will go quickly on you, very quickly on you. This one over here will last you quite a long time, but for some people it is a little bit easier to maneuver because it is the little pencil form is like a little bit more smaller, so it's a little easier to kind of do like little feather strokes. But I'm telling you, it's the same product, you just more for your buck actually. And there's something else that I'm going to show you. It is actually their brow gel. The color that I have with me here, it is clear. They have so many different other colors out there. I used to have a darker brown one. I just didn't like the way it looked on me. So I kind of got rid of it. But this is really great product if your brows tend to just go whichever direction they feel like moving. You can just definitely apply a little bit of this on, and it's basically like hairspray for your brows. It will let it stay in place and it would just set it. It wouldn't budge whatsoever. I know Benefits has something very similar to this, and Clinique. I actually like theirs better. I actually like the wand better. I don't like the colors that much because the wand, it is a lot smaller than this one. So if you are working with very small thin brows, this one right here is not going to be good for you because it's just going to get all over the place, unlike the other smaller ones out there that will actually benefit you better. So the last product that I'm going to actually show you, it is their powders. So I actually have here their Brow Pro palette, which actually comes with so many different colors, as you guys can see right here. We have for blondes, taupey blondes, soft browns, like ashy colors, redhead colors. We have these two right here. We have for blacks, dark browns. We just have so many different colors, which is one of the reasons I actually like Anastasia, is because they just have so many different colors for so many different skin tones, so many different hair colors out there, and they're actually amazing. Even though I tend to usually have black hair, I always end up using the chocolate color because it has both, like it has a really dark chocolate, and then it also has a lighter one. So I kind of like placing the lighter color towards the front and then just feathering out the darker shades towards the back. So this the powders are actually really good for more of a natural brow, if that's what you're looking for. Also, the pencil is great as well for a natural brow. The pomade is going to be something that's just going to give you a little bit more of a defined brow. So it kind of depends on what you're most interested in. I'm also going to talk to you about a little bit about certain brushes to use. Now, the brush that I love using the most for my pomade is actually from Anastasia, the number 7. Now, the reason I love this brush is because it is just so dense, like it's just so flat and so tiny. It grabs the product very nicely, and you are able to basically maneuver this little brush wherever you need, and it doesn't go all over the place. Now for the powder, I actually do like using the number 12 brush, which is a little bit more fatter. I do not like using this for pomade for some reason because I just feel like I can get a little heavy-handed with it. So since I talked to you a little bit about different products that are out there, I am actually going to show you how I achieve my perfect brow. So one thing that I'm definitely going to tell you guys is that brows are not the same. You know, they're not going to be twins. They're both completely different. So as you guys can see right here, this is actually my good brow because it just grows in a lot better and my arch is more defined. Compared to this one over here, I'm definitely missing a lot of hairs underneath, and then my arch just does not grow in whatsoever. So I definitely have to work on building this brow to look like this one. This one over here, I can definitely just do it within a 1, 2, 3 step. This one over here always gives me the most problems. So I'm actually going to start. Another trick that I can actually give you guys is whatever foundation is left over your brush, just comb through the brows. It is going to help the product stick on better, and also is going to kind of help tone down the color of your brows. So like let's say if you have really black brows, it's going to help tone it down a little bit. So I'm actually going to grab my number 7 brush, and then my dip brown, the color that I'm using is chocolate. So I kind of like to just grab the brush and just grab some product Now with this product, a little bit definitely goes a long way, so you guys have to be careful. So then whatever is left over, I kind of like to scrape it on the edges of the pot like that. So then I like to use the spoolie side and then comb my brow upwards. Just making sure that everything is nice and combed out and then nice and even as well, because we really want to make sure that the brow looks its fullest, and try not to apply so much product. So now I like to start, I'm not going to start all the way in the beginning of the brow. I'm going to go kind of like in a quarter way in, kind of like right here. And then I definitely like to start in the bottom first. And then I just, so you have to start doing very small kind of strokes. So now whenever you are actually going to build your brow, you want to make sure that you're building upwards, like the top portion of your brow. You never want to try to build underneath, because it's just going to close in the eyes and it's not going to look natural or flattering on the face either. So you want to make sure that whenever you're going to build that arch, you are working on top of the brow. Left over, I kind of like to flick upwards towards the front of the brow to kind of give you that illusion of fake little brow hairs. Go in with the powders, and then I'm just going to intensify a little bit of the arch. I kind of feel like whenever I use the powder, it just sticks on a little bit better with the pomade. So I'm actually going to be mixing two of the chocolate colors together. And then whenever you feel like you apply a little bit too much product, you're going to go in with a spoolie and then just blend that through. And then it's going to kind of fade it away a little bit. So now I'm just going to go in with the brow gel just to set it in place. That way it doesn't move and it's just going to stay there all day. So then this is actually another tip that I have for you guys. Grab a little bit of concealer, and then with a kind of flat shader brush, the one that I'm using is the 233 from Zoeva. You're going to grab a little bit of that concealer, and then you are going to clean up the brow. So I definitely like to clean up underneath. And you're just going to apply a little bit product and, you know, light feather strokes. And then it's also going to give you a highlight. So it's going to make it seem like your arch is a little higher than what it's supposed to be. So then whatever is left over, you're going to blend it out. You can also even blend that out like towards the eyelid area and then have it as your eyeshadow primer. So then I like to grab a little bit more, and then I like to apply some towards the end of the tail. I don't like applying so much towards the front portion of the brow because I feel like it gives you that kind of a boxy brow and it just doesn't look very flattering to the face. Even though I am going with more of a dramatic brow, I definitely like to keep it a little more natural towards the front. I don't like it to look so boxy. That's just not my style. So then even with your fingers, you can kind of blend away the excess. So this is actually the finished brow. Do you see the difference? How this side right here looks more lifted, more elevated compared to this over here. It just looks kind of sad and droopy. We're not about that life. So these are certain tricks that I like to do whenever I'm doing my brows or even other people's brows. So now off camera, I'm going to finish this one off and then I will be right back. So this is actually the final results. As you guys can see, they are not the same, but they're pretty close. They're pretty similar. I have no eye makeup on, but I'm actually going to film a different tutorial for my eyes. So let me know what you guys think, if you like the way the brows came out. I'm also working on a more of a bushier brow. As soon as I get that down pat, I will let you guys know because that is very in style right now and it's just more of a natural look and I think it will look really nice. So if you guys have any comments, leave it down in the comment section and then I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.